The WNBA isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about voices, narratives, and the clashes that come with greatness.
It's a lot. So you have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like, I don't
want to be here.
This is where I want to be.
Yeah, Melissa.
What you said, there's a lot of sticks on. What kind of things you've said?
I'm not in the locker room.
Okay. But this,
I'm talking about more social media.
Okay.
Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's rising star, has found herself at the center of controversy that goes beyond the court. But isn't that the mark of a true game changer? A controversy involving rookie sensation Caitlin Clark and legendary player Sheryl Swoopes has sparked heated debates. At the heart of it, locker room dynamics, player relationships, and a fierce defense of Clark's talent. Sheryl Swoopes, never one to hold back her thoughts, said something shocking during a podcast appearance. She claimed that players within the Indiana Fever weren't happy with Clark, going as far as saying no one wants to play with her. According to Swoopes, key players felt uneasy about Clark's central role on the team, hinting that her presence might push talent away rather than draw it in.
I think Angel will eventually be a good pro. I don't think Angel will come into the league immediately and dominate the way people think she will. And I say that for people who have never watched a WNBA game. It's good. Like there's talent. Like these women can play. And because there are very few roster spots. Like it's a real job. So people look at new players coming in, whether that's out of college, players who've been overseas, and they look at that and say, oh, you trying to come take my job. Like, nah, it's not gonna be that easy. So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Immediately? Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
Okay. Not on the right team?
This bold statement didn't sit well with Kelly Krauskopf, the Fever's president of basketball and business operations. Krauskopf argued that any player with a sharp eye for talent would want to share the court with someone like Clark. Comparing her to NBA star Tyrese Halliburton, Krauskopf highlighted Clark's ability to elevate the game for everyone around her. Krauskopf declared, any smart player who watches how Clark plays would want to play with her.
That if you are a smart basketball player and you watch the way she plays, you would want to play with her.
But not everything has been smooth sailing. While Clark's rise has electrified the Fever, it's also stirred up tensions in the locker room. Nalissa Smith, one of the team's key players, has seen her minutes and her performance take a hit. Her scoring average dropped from 15.5 points per game to 10.6, with her rebounds and blocks suffering as well. Some say she feels underutilized in a system that now revolves around Clark as the central playmaker. Adding fuel to the fire, Jonai Carrington from the Phoenix Mercury hinted on social media that Smith might be better off elsewhere. After a heartfelt post-game moment between the two, Carrington suggested that it might be time for Smith to move on from Indiana. These whispers of discontent raise questions. Can the Fever maintain unity with Clark at the helm, or will the tension pull the team apart just as they're gaining momentum? But the story didn't end there. LeBron James added his voice to the growing debate. Dismissing Swoopes' comments as pure nonsense, LeBron praised Clark's energy and leadership.
The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. Don't get it twisted. Don't get up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. But I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I'm just kind of in this mode right now because I'm getting the same, thing from watching my son, who's a 19-year-old, kind of getting a lot of animosity and hatred towards him when he's just a kid trying to live out his dream. There's a very small number of men and women that actually get to live out their dream of playing a professional sport. And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is, and I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulders.
He stressed that players naturally gravitate toward her kind of talent. With his endorsement, LeBron didn't just defend Clark. He gave the Fever a morale boost that echoed across the basketball world. The controversy has left fans and analysts questioning the dynamics within the Fever's locker room. Did Swoopes simply expose an underlying issue, or did her remarks create unnecessary tension? While some argue that such comments could deter future players from joining the Fever, others see them as an opportunity to rally around Clark and strengthen team unity. What's clear is that Clark isn't going anywhere. With the backing of Krauskopf and LeBron James, her place as a cornerstone of the Fever seems secure. Kelly Krauskopf even compared Clark to NBA star Tyrese Halliburton, highlighting their shared ability to see opportunities others can't. Clark's court vision, Krauskopf argued, isn't just skill, it's instinct. This rare gift is exactly what the Fever needs to rebuild their legacy and attract top talent. Krauskopf also dismissed Swoopes' claim that Clark isn't well liked among her teammates, stating the opposite. Clark's presence is energizing the Fever and elevating the entire team. Clark's influence on the Fever is undeniable. Just look at her impact on Aaliyah Boston, who's having a career-best season. Boston earned All-Star honors and ranked second in fan votes, an achievement she credits to playing alongside Clark. Together, Clark and Boston made history, becoming the first WNBA duo to post 20-point double-doubles in a single game, leaving the Phoenix Mercury stunned. Kelsey Mitchell, another teammate, also thrived this season, earning her own All-Star spot. She attributes her success to Clark's pinpoint passes and unselfish play. Clark knows exactly where to put the ball, allowing her teammates to focus on executing plays. This kind of chemistry doesn't happen by accident. It's a testament to Clark's incredible basketball IQ. Also, Caitlin Clark's rookie season isn't just impressive, it's historic. She shattered the Fever's franchise record for assists, claiming the top spot for both single-quarter and single-game assists. Her total of 321 assists not only led the league, but also broke records set by WNBA legends like Alyssa Thomas and Ticha Penicheiro. Clark didn't stop there. She earned multiple Rookie of the Month and Eastern Conference Player of the Month honors. For a rookie, she's already accomplishing feats that many veterans only dream of. Speaking on Gil's Arena podcast, Swoopes couldn't name a single player to support her allegation. Swoopes also criticized Clark's college scoring record, suggesting she only broke Kelsey Plum's mark due to an extra year of eligibility. This claim was inaccurate. Clark broke the record in less than 4 years, and did so by age 22, not 25 as Swoopes implied. Swoopes' critique extended to Clark's shot volume, alleging she took around 40 shots per game in college. In reality, Clark averaged 22.3 shots per game, well below what Swoopes herself averaged during her playing days. Clark's arrival marked a turning point for the Indiana Fever. The team finished the season with its highest win total in 7 years, tying for the 4th most wins in the league after July. In one standout game against the Los Angeles Sparks, Clark notched her second career triple-double, with 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in a decisive victory. Clark's journey is just beginning, but one thing is clear. She's not just the future of the Fever, she's the future of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark has become the name on everyone's lips in the WNBA. From the moment she joined the Indiana Fever, the expectations were sky high. Few rookies ever carry the weight of a franchise on their shoulders, but Clark isn't just any rookie. She's proving why she's a game changer, not just for her team, but for women's basketball as a whole. Rookies typically have 2 paths: sit on the bench to learn or start and adapt gradually. Clark's journey, however, has been a completely different story. She wasn't just brought in to play, she was brought in to lead. Her mission was clear: transform a struggling franchise into a playoff contender, and in doing so, bring a fresh wave of excitement to the WNBA. And guess what? She's delivering. Clark has shattered rookie records, redefined expectations, and brought the Fever back into conversations about playoff potential. Her ability to lead, score, and energize both her teammates and fans has set a new standard for what rookies can achieve. She's not just meeting expectations, she's exceeding them at every turn. Drama aside, there's no denying what Clark has done for the Fever's reputation. Before her arrival, Indiana was barely a blip on the WNBA radar. Now, they're a team to watch. Attendance is soaring, sponsorships are flooding in, and the Fever are becoming a serious contender. Clark's style of play has been pivotal in this transformation. Her fearless three-point shots from beyond the arc, nicknamed Logo Threes, and her Steph Curry-like confidence have turned every Fever game into a must-watch event. She's not just playing basketball, she's putting on a show. Clark's rise didn't start in the WNBA. Her high school days were filled with multi-sport dominance, but basketball won her heart. Staying in her home state of Iowa, she became a superstar at the University of Iowa, dazzling fans with her bold and exciting play style. Her rivalry with Angel Reese during March Madness drew massive attention, culminating in an NCAA championship game that pulled in 18.7 million viewers, the largest audience ever for a women's basketball game.
Well, I think the inflection point is clear. We've seen the numbers don't lie. There's the attendance numbers, the audience, the viewership. So those numbers are real, and we now have a league that has taken another step.
Even after her team lost the championship, Clark's impact was undeniable. Coaches, fans, and analysts alike praised her for breaking stereotypes about women's basketball being slow or unexciting. She brought energy, speed, and a level of skill that demanded respect. When the Indiana Fever selected Clark as the first overall pick in the WNBA draft, the league changed overnight. Attendance surged, media coverage exploded, sponsors lined up, and for the first time, the Fever led the league in attendance, a stark contrast to their previous struggles. Clark isn't just boosting her team's visibility, she's attracting a younger, more diverse fan base to the WNBA. Her influence is so profound that even casual basketball fans are tuning in to see what she'll do next. With every game, she's redefining what women's basketball can be, and drawing comparisons to some of the greatest players in sports history. And as the league rides this wave of newfound energy and viewership, one thing is clear: Caitlin Clark is here to stay. So, do you think she has what it takes to lead the Fever to the playoffs this season? All bets are on. Whether this fuels Clark's rise or challenges the Fever's unity remains to be seen. Stay tuned, because the WNBA's story is being written on and off the court, one game at a time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates on Caitlin Clark's journey and the Indiana Fever's fight for a playoff spot. What are your thoughts on the controversy? Share them in the comments below.